with the lead. Court. Batista with the catch. Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life. Hand down, man down.
Yeah, I can see how disrespectful he's being right now.
No, I went to Temecula and brought you some dirt.
Yeah, that's a technical.
Mama, there goes that man.
Welcome back to The Bounce. I am Kev. With me, as always, my wonderful co-host, James. James, how we doing?
Good, Kev. A little sad. Lost a bet today. Plus 1,200 on the Bucks to win the in-season tournament, and Tyrese Halliburton happened, and not good. Congratulations to the Pacers, your team. They made it. They are in the in-season tournament championship, the IST championship. That is a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it needs a better name, right? I've seen that.
Terrible. Can we get a sponsor on it or something?
Yeah, like what's the
Can
March
the
Madness equivalent?
Yeah, can we get like the November Madness, November Madness presented by Bite Size Sports? Like, we got that in the bank somewhere, right? We got that kind of money.
Yeah, let's go, man. Yeah, call me, Adam Silver. When you're done hanging out with Bob Iger, give me a call. That was noticed at the first semi earlier today, and Silver sitting next to big CEO, Disney CEO Bob Iger. So yeah, the Pacers, unfortunately for James, very fortunately for me, the Pacers have announced their presence to the world. The rest of you guys, horrible name. That would be a way better name. Yeah, there we go.
He knows. It's so bad. The bite-sized tournament, like something like, I know the bite-sized tournament's kind of fun.
Yeah, bite-sized invitational, you know. I don't know. Someone else is gonna have to fork over that $500K per player, though. We might have to wait till 2025.
We'll get there.
Before that,
we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
So it was.
Yeah, other than that, it's all good. It was always. It was never the Bucks.
Never the Bucks. Although, for what it's worth, this Pacers team has the lowest payroll in all of basketball. So it's hard to find a team more motivated to win this tournament, because not only do they just have a chip on their shoulder, as Rick Carlisle addressed in the post-game press conference, but a lot of guys on that team that could really use that money. It's not the same as, you got
it's a good chunk of money.
Yeah, Dame and Giannis are trying to win it for the guys on their bench. Even some of the best players on the Pacers could use that money. It's not just the 11th and 12th man that need it. Now, the one thing I wanted to ask you about before we kind of dive into that game, and folks, those of you, welcome. Thank you, Zach, for the comment. As the Pelicans-Lakers game gets started tonight, we're going to do things a little differently here tonight on The Bounce. Normally, we're covering the league, but since the league gets to be focused on the NBA in-season tournament tonight, that's what we're going to focus on too. So we're going to have – we each have the game on. James is going to be keeping an eye on Thursday Night Football for us as well. So we're going to be talking to you about the game as it happens, a little more in-depth, a little different coverage from us. So tonight is going to be mainly about these semifinals. So get any of your questions about anything league-wide. We'll still answer any of your questions, but just so you know, we're doing things a little bit differently. We want to shake it up this week, and so we're going to be talking about those games. So before we dial into Pacers Bucks, which was a phenomenal game. Regardless, even if you had no horse in the race, you would have been entertained by this game, in my opinion, which takes me to my question for you, James. The whole point was to make these games matter and get the excitement levels up outside of the poor crowd in Vegas. As far as the basketball goes, do you think the in-season tournament, how poorly named it is, has it done its job?
Yep. And I will eat. I'm going to call myself. I was a hater on this. I thought it was dumb. From the debate on the courts to the games have been awesome. This tournament at the end has been awesome. It's brought so much fire into it. I think it was was it KD the other night talking about it, how much it's brought in, like how much it mattered. I'm like, I was wrong. I was wrong. Adam Silver's smarter than me, obviously. It's been great. I thought it would be stupid. It's been awesome. Good for them, man. Good for them.
Yeah, I have to kind of jump in here as well and admit that I was wrong, because I thought that it wouldn't matter as much. And now, sitting here as a Pacers fan, now that the Pacers are in that first final, I can tell you the fans care about it too. But I will say,
Mhm.
that was kind of the one caveat we had for this, or at least that I remember mentioning, was that it could bring basically that the Pacers and Pelicans are the exact type of teams that this would be relevant for. That at least as far as the fan bases go, those mid-market teams don't get a lot of
Mhm.
deep playoff runs, don't get a lot of NBA Finals
Mhm.
appearances. Now you get that little
Yep.
taste of it in December, and I thought I kind of mocked it, and just kind of pushed it aside as an idea. But now
Yep.
that it's here, and now that it's my team, and I just got to watch that incredibly exciting game and hear Mike Breen
Yep.
say bang
Mhm.
on a Tyrese Halliburton three. Us small market teams, like, we don't get that, man. Indianapolis has riots. It's going crazy.
Not
Nate,
yet. Not yet. They will this weekend. We're gonna
our,
riot. We're going
our
streaking.
Nate, our man on the inside. We hope you're safe out in
Be
Indianapolis.
safe
Things
out
are
there,
going to get
Nate.
wild. But yeah, so we were wrong. This is a good tournament. It certainly needs a better
Yeah, we're
name,
wrong. Oh,
but X's and
Nate's
O's. It
gonna sponsor
also
it for us.
maybe shouldn't be in Vegas. I'm going to say that too. Maybe.
Don't that's it. But they were trying
Uh,
to make this big push in Vegas. They want to put a team there. It's what they want. They want a team there. It's why they're doing it. It's annoying, but I understand it.
yeah,
What do you do? I
that's
agree. Though.
fair.
I hate that, but also the
That
court out there is bad too. God dang! How can they screw up the court? How can they screw up the court there?
the
It's like
court
red and
is
blue. It's the
hideous.
NBA logo color. Yeah, can't we get a good one out there? Yeah, Zach is correct. Like every sport is making a push there. The NFL moved a team there. Baseball's moving the athletics there. NBA is going to expand to probably there in Seattle. Put two more West Coast teams. He's absolutely right. Everybody wants a piece out there. And the Golden Knights are
Dude.
out there. So hockey was the first one to get out there.
Yeah. Golden Knight, the original Golden Knights fan in the chat right now, Nate. Nate's the only guy I know rocks Golden
I
Knights
don't-
jerseys to football games.
Did you see any stands, like how the fans looked? I haven't had a chance. It was kind of dark. I was trying to tell if there was a lot of fans.
Yeah,
there, I couldn't.
that was telling to me, wasn't it? To you personally, like, I don't remember noticing other NBA arenas being so dark on the outside, and
It's
the crowd
like a
wasn't
Lakers type
loud.
arena.
And so I assume that there were empty seats, and there were people complaining about the crowd often. Zach
Were they?
points out, yeah, UFC Apex is there. Yeah, Vegas, they want everything there. But that's the problem with Vegas. There's so much to do there that even those,
they are all, yeah.
yeah, and even the folks that are going to go, they're not real fans. It's not going to provide the right environment for this type
It's
of
just
event.
if you're there, like, hey, me and you are in there. We're like, oh, we're out on said bachelor party or whatever's going on, and hey, let's go catch this game. Like, we ain't got any rooting interest, but we're there. Why not? Nate, I assume so. Let's take a gander.
Yeah, that's a good
Let's
question.
see. NBA IST Finals Arena.
And
Let's see.
yeah, other than you might have people pulling up to live watch their bet, but it's not going to be the same as an actual NBA crowd, especially for a team like Indiana. That's a pretty good crowd.
That court's
The Kings.
It says Las Vegas, Nevada. That court's so bad.
hideous.
Sorry.
No, I agree.
It just popped up. I'm like, oh God. I'm here. I'm trying to. I can't believe the Bucks lost. Screw you, Kev. Screw you and your Pacers.
Man, Justin Herbert had asked me before the semis before the quarters, if I really thought the Pacers could beat the Celtics. And I said, Anything's possible,
And,
but no.
and here we are. You were being serious. Anything is possible. You were right.
Once they
Give me
beat
their
Boston, I was like, screw it, baby. We can do whatever.
Give me their
Oh,
schedule.
bite-sized Vikes in the chat. What is up, John?
Oh,
Good to see you
baby.
here, brother.
Oh,
Yes,
he
sir.
the biggest Wolves fan we know. I'm trying to pull this up still. They make it
Finally,
really
while you're
hard.
pulling that up, at least update on the game. We finally have a tip-off about to start. Only
got a
25
tip-off.
minutes after the advertised start time. Thank you, NBA.
Okay. No, pass. Oh my God, it's so hard to find schedules on media.com. Like, how is it this hard? I need the game from tonight. Like, why do I have to scroll all the way to the bottom of the
Ooh,
pass?
looks like we got
page?
another Wolves fan in the chat. Zach says go Wolves.
Oh,
All right. We got some bonding. Well, while you find that, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Pacers.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say I don't know. So go ahead. I'm a failure.
Fair enough.
Couldn't find it.
We'll
Straight
figure that one
failure.
out. Yeah, Pacers Bucks was a great game, hard fought game. Dame was cooking in the third quarter. Didn't quite show up as much in the fourth, but more importantly, that Pacers defense was stout in the fourth quarter. Naismith had a couple of big blocks. He also had a dumb foul late that almost cost him because then he couldn't quite defend Giannis to his full potential. But I tell you, Naismith, that is the Pacers have had a great history that I talk about a lot on this program of winning trades that don't seem to be that important or getting involved in other people's trades and coming out with big wins. That Malcolm Brogdon trade now looks like the steal of the century for the Pacers because Naismith is showing out now as a solid defender and a decent scoring option as well. And they got him for nothing, and they have him for a couple more years on a team friendly deal. And you know, him playing defense. Bruce Brown had a huge steal on a pass to Lillard. Halometer about to overheat. Oh, I love it. Yeah, great return on the PG trade.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think I saw something. Did you know in that draft, but Halliburton draft class, what do they have? Like the 8th, 10th, 12th, and 14th player picks from that draft now.
Wow, no, I didn't see that.
It's Halliburton. It's let me pull up that. It's really fun.
Yeah, while you pull out, I'll read some chat here while you pull that up.
Yeah.
Nate says Steelers are making Zappy look like Joe Montana. He says
Yeah,
the
we love
Pacers
that.
look like they are just gelling at the right time. Now, I would definitely say that's got a little bit to do with it. He also says the Pacers just need one more big piece, to be honest, which brings me to a little sidebar here. Twitter's been blowing up with the fact that Tyrese Halliburton, I think Woj tweeted about it either today or yesterday, that Halliburton has been aggressively recruiting players to come play with him in Indiana. So he is the
hell yeah.
anti-Victor Oladipo. But not only that the Pacers franchise seems to be interested in looking into moving and acquiring a couple of expiring contracts if it means making a deep playoff run around Halliburton. This Pacers team, it's sort of it feels like they're having that Thunder run of last year potentially, but in the East, where here's a team we all thought they would be a solid, at least lower level playoff team in the East, but they may be, after beating Boston and Milwaukee, you know, in these games that are important to most of the players on the court, you know, now we get the overreaction on the other side. You know, now I got to hear on national television people put Tyrese Halliburton's name in the MVP conversation, which is great. It's great for the franchise, but I love the pendulum. We go from we're never going to ever talk about you to you've had 2 great games on national television. You're Magic Johnson. You know, I love it because it's my guy.
Yeah.
But it is a little absurd.
It's just why it's absurd. It's just annoying, man. It's excuse me. People that just don't know anything.
But he did have his big moments. He matched Dame Lillard in the third quarter. I think it was 3 straight threes that Dame hit, and Tyrese came back and matched him each time. He hit a couple of big shots late and even did his own Dame time. He walked over to the bench and did the watch thing and said, I know what time it is. Essentially, for Tyrese, I think a lot of this personally was about him proving that he is at that level, that he is an all-star,
He's
right?
it.
That he
He's the
is
guy. He's it. Yeah.
a franchise building piece, a cornerstone
Yep.
piece. And I think
So I
that
got
much.
this draft class pulled up right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's pull that away. Right now, speaking of pulling away, Lakers are up 10-3 early. New Orleans struggling to get it figured out, but Valanciunas is on the foul line. So about to be a 10-5 game is my guess.
Yeah, I'm cutting out a little bit. Yeah, my internet's being junky. Just a heads up. So in the 2020 NBA draft, number 8. So they have the 8th, 10th, 12th, 14th picks. 8th, Obi Toppin. 10th, Jalen Smith. 12th, Tyrese Halliburton. 14th, Aaron Naismith. Didn't draft any of them.
That is fantastic, dude. Oh, and I just love that core.
Didn't draft any of them. Didn't draft any of them.
Yeah, some teams do it in the draft. Some teams do it by trade.
You've got Bite Size Vikes, my franchise player, and Kev's franchise player are buddies.
That's right. It's the future.
Oh, Cat.
Yeah, which one are you talking about? Because I in my head I went Anthony Edwards, but that we all know my Anthony Edwards bias.
I joke about Anthony Edwards or about Cat, so it's
about Cat.
It's Anthony Edwards. Maybe Anthony Edwards will come to the Pacers.
Oh my God, I doubt
you guys end up getting Cat, and he'll go back to being terrible.
No, it's the usual suspects: Siakam, Oganobi. Oh no, Cat would be the face of the league. That's right. Not the face of the franchise. Pelicans clawing their way back here. It's 7-10.
This court, besides the court sucks, but I don't like the lighting. It's weird.
Yeah, it's as if they're trying to make it so that way you can't. It's Vegas lighting. This is what happens when you have non-sports people setting up. Apples to oranges
doesn't look packed,
here.
But I can't tell.
Yeah, but as one of my businesses, shout out to Zach in the comments, shout out to Carnage Media. We go set up sporting events sometimes in buildings that aren't made for sporting events, and lighting can be an issue when it's not a usual arena. And when you think about most Vegas shows, it is going to be dark everywhere other than the stage. So it's probably just, it's probably just like a decision that they've made, because I can't imagine that they don't have. I mean, they play hockey on a regular basis in this city, so I imagine they're just doing it to give it a Vegas. It's like a choice, but no, I don't love it.
That Showtime vibe. I don't love it. I like to. It's just, man, it is dark in the crowd.
Yeah, it's not helping with the contrast of the court either. Bite Size Vikes in the chat. John says, I've got a little bit of time to catch some hoops. I was actually pretty annoyed with the court at first. It's abysmal. Yeah, it's not making it enjoyable.
I can't believe
I don't know. I hate
the courts this bad. No.
They're
those
brutal.
Hard colors, those dark colors have not
worked
on the court. The best ones are like the soft shades. Yeah, there's a couple soft shaded colors that are like, oh, these look pretty good. But also the drag down the middle is such a weird look too. I overdid it. It's so easy to overdo stuff on designs, on jerseys, on courts, on any warm ups. It happens all the time.
And the strip down the center, I think, would have been fine if you just kept the rest looking like a normal court, and then you just had, like a team color strip down the center. And I don't mind having the trophy as the centerpiece of the logo for the court, but yeah, it was too much. This whole thing's a work in progress. So we need to come up with a name. We need better courts for it, and yeah, don't even get me started with the jersey game.
Remember the warm-ups that just said in-season tournament?
Yeah. My God, the marketing.
You remember that? You remember the jerseys that just said in-season tourney? Good Lord.
Yeah, no, it's
bad.
It's bad. They got some work to do, but overall, I would say mission has been accomplished when it comes to that. A little bit of unfortunate news for our dear friends, the Chicago Bulls, James. I don't know if you've seen this, but while we're talking about a team that's likely going to be buyers, we know the Bulls are going to be sellers, but Zach LaVine's going to be on the shelf for 3 to 4 weeks now. How do you think that impacts
Oh, really?
just
I
that
did
entire
not see that.
situation? Yeah.
What's his injury? I completely missed it.
I'll have to pull it up. I believe it's lower body injury, but I
I'm
saw the
pulling it up
tweet.
right now. So he's kind of had a history recently of it. He had that knee surgery last 2 off seasons ago, and he didn't look as explosive last year. I'd be a little bit worried about it, man.
So would I.
He's an explosive player, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it
My
would
computer's
make
like the little engine that could right now. It's just trying to fight. It's trying to fight and work. Got too many things going on. I got both games going. It's so mad at me right now.
Well, we'll do our best, but yeah, bear with us there in the audience. If I'm going to give a little space as much as I can, so I don't talk over James too much. But Jose's in the chat. How about the Magic this season? Not sure anyone saw that coming, or at least I didn't. Well, James, take your bow.
I saw this one coming a million miles away. They were my primetime team. I was like, these guys are going to take a jump. I was all about it. I was on the Markelle Fultz. I've been on the Markelle Fultz bandwagon since '97 at this point. I thought I saw the huge jump coming. There's so many young people. They had so many high draft picks, so many young guys. Banchero coming off the Rookie of the Year. I saw that one. I thought you can't ever say it. Like I thought it was coming, and it did. Like, good for them. I bet them to make the playoffs for the season. They're already giving me a cash out on that because it's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. He has been. I think you had them picked as like one of your league pass teams going into the season. Like, hey, if you get a chance,
yes, they're a league pass.
You have
team,
extra fee time. Watch this team play. Last year,
Yep.
I thought this was going to be one of those teams like the baby Lakers that you would look back and be like, I can't believe all these guys played together and they didn't do anything with it, but they did something with it, as James predicted. So thank you so much for the comment there, Jose. Keep them coming, guys. We really appreciate
more OKC than baby Lakers.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they've got the Wagner brothers. Jalen Suggs hasn't lived up to his hype from his season in Gonzaga, but he's still pretty good. He hasn't been that good, but they're awesome, man. Banchero, Wagner, and they got so many. They got lottery picks everywhere.
Suggs has found that good niche though too. It's funny in hindsight now that Andrew Nembhard, who we got to keep an eye on, he looks like he hyperextended his knee and he sat the rest of that Pacers Bucks game. But it's interesting of those two in the backcourt that Nembhard's looked at as the better player now. But Suggs is really. Although his role is a lot less than what we thought, bite-sized Vikes John beat me to it. He seems like he is embracing that defensive specialist role, and that's working well for the team. So sometimes, far be it for me, that's why I hate the word bust, because sometimes you get a guy who's drafted highly and you expect him maybe to be a threat for an all-star, but instead what he's going to be is a phenomenal role player for 12 years, and that's a great career to me. I think depending on the team scenario, you're happy with that. It's a very talented backcourt that they have. So I'm sure the Magic can live with it. So keep it coming there. I want to see it.
Right
now the
team
it's
worked
I
out
love
for them because they've had so many high draft picks. Some other franchises that might have hurt.
Yeah, maybe they were the process we should have been keeping an eye out for. That's the process to trust. The Pelicans have trusted Zion Williamson to get them the lead back 17-15. So what were you saying, James?
My boy Markelle's only played 5 games. That's sad. Cole Anthony averaging 15 a game. Yeah, Jalen Suggs, 12 points a game, 2.7 assists. Zach LaVine's injury is a foot injury. So he got an injection in his right foot.
Ooh, got those.
That's not great.
Got one of those Varsity Blues cortisone shots, huh? That ain't good.
Yep, that's exactly what he got. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk the Pacers Bucks games. Let's go through some of these stats here.
Yeah. I'm down for that.
So Halliburton obviously is a star. Yeah, this is me saying let's talk about it, not Kev. Halliburton, 27 points on 19 shots, 11 and 19 from the field. Just a monster. 15 assists, 7 rebounds. He is unbelievable. Your boy Miles Turner played pretty good, 26 and 10, 18 shots.
Yeah, had a big block in the fourth too.
Obi Toppin, 14 points on 8 shots. Pretty good. Buddy struggled, didn't hit a 3.
Yeah, Buddy struggled. Importantly, though, side, Buddy and Bruce hit their free throws late.
Yeah, they were 21 of 25 from the free throw line. So that's will win you a lot of games. Other side, Giannis, monster game, 37 on 19, 10 rebounds. Lillard struggled, 24 points on 20 shots, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Middleton had 20, Brook Lopez had 18, but then the rest of the team, nothing. And they went into they had a big fourth quarter or big third quarter. We're leading going into the fourth and then just couldn't finish it off.
Yep.
The Pacers led most of this game outside the third.
Yeah, Brook Lopez looked good. Middleton looked pretty decent. Lillard, on top of the poor shooting in the second half, or at least in the fourth quarter, he turned the ball over a few times as well, in some pretty unfortunate situations for Milwaukee.
Yeah, he had 3.
Yeah, Jose, that is right. Crazy that Tyrese has only played 3 games on national broadcast. Some of that was being on the West Coast with the Kings. He's been in mid-market hell, I guess, or heaven, depending on your opinion, with the 2 franchises he's played for. But yeah, and that's why it's happened. It's coming so fast, right? He went from Mr. Wannabe All-Star, as Wally Zerbiak said last year, to
wannabe.
Now everybody's actually seeing him. My timeline was all Hallie.
Yeah, that was so stupid. It was stupid then, and it's stupider in hindsight. So dumb. But I don't know, Kev, what do you like? It's actually interesting because they were kind of struggling coming into this tournament. They'd kind of fallen back to the 500 range after qualifying. And they have just something about the IST. It's their thing. They're about it.
Yeah, that is a great point, and I will be interested to see how this team plays after the tournament because, as you're pointing out, they fell closer to about being a 500 team. They really weren't playing any defense at all at times, and so while it's not like it's an early 2000s, they're not holding anybody into the 80s or 90s either, but they're playing a little bit better defensively, playing with a lot more intensity, at least on the defensive end. Another thing that I noticed about the Pacers tonight, they crashed the offensive glass so hard. Even when they weren't getting it, there was almost
15 of them tonight.
Yeah, in that fourth quarter, man, there was almost never a rebound on the Pacers side of the court that they didn't at least get a finger on. There were no easy, clean defensive boards for the Bucks in that fourth quarter. So it was just, in my opinion, the Pacers wanted it more. At times, the two stars dueled, but the rest of the team, the Pacers, they just played harder. They were more aggressive. They went after those steals. The play where Nembhard hurt himself on a fast break layup. Well, guess what? Tyrese Halliburton was right there with the putback. Late in the game when they were up 5, they got another clutch offensive rebound to force the Bucks to start fouling them. So yeah, they just were the more composed team there late that wanted it more, just went after it a little bit harder. But it was a phenomenal game. Like I said, even casual fans, the only thing that really sucked about that was the 5 o'clock tip off. Just again, not doing any favors.
Yeah, so early. Like what? That would have been a 3 o'clock or a 2 o'clock Vegas tip. That's so weird.
Yeah, which is another thing. You're not doing yourself favors either with your crowd. I saw what I will call a conspiracy theory tweet where someone said the NBA was so sure that the Celtics would beat the Pacers, they scheduled this game at 5, knowing the Patriots played at 8.
Yes, it's correct. It really is. But now that NFL, the Thursday night game, it's 21-10. I'm going into half here, about 20 seconds left. But should be. I mean, it's a bad game.
Is it? You want to I think we haven't had our usual Thursday night update, so
Yeah,
now would be a good time for it.
Pull my stats up on my phone because my computer. Gotta be a little careful we don't explode it. Let's see.
Yeah,
it's 21-10 at half. Patriots are up. You've got Bailey Zappi has thrown 3 touchdown passes. 2 to Hunter Henry, 1 to Zeke Elliott, and then Pittsburgh, Mitch Trubisky's thrown 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He threw his touchdown, Deontay Johnson. So they've already hit the over. The over was 30.5 points. I think it's the lowest since 93.
Any Jalen Warren action on that box score?
I think Najee Harris played. Let's see here.
I've been in a bind.
4 carries for 10 yards.
That's not a great start.
He's got 2 catches for 20. So there's something, but
we'll grind it. I only need about 10 points from him. I don't need great. I need him to do a little something.
You're gonna grind. You're gonna grind to that 10 points is right. You are gonna grind your way there.
Had some injuries and buys, It's that time of year. You gotta. He's a little thin as you gear up for the playoffs. But you've got a more. I don't know how much of it you want to share, but so you're watching this game like a hawk for a specific reason, right?
I'm watching it like a hawk. So I am in an eliminator pool that started with 100 people, 106, and it's down to 5. And last weekend, 3 people took the Steelers and went out. I was one of them. Boo. Bad Sunday, felt real bad. But then the other 2 were on Monday, and they had the Jags, and we all know what happened there. They got Jake Browning. So we're all back, and we're doing it via text now because ESPN won't let us put us back in. And text came out right before the game tonight that somebody is taking the Steelers. So I am watching this game like a hawk at the moment.
Yeah, so you're the one, but you've been praying for
that.
Go
Pats.
That Bailey Zappi.
Go Bill Belichick. Save your job. Yeah. Go Bailey. Go Bailey Zappi. Go Belichick. Save your job for 1 more week.
Oh, that is fantastic. So yeah, there's our Thursday night football update. I'm sure we'll get some more while we are here. And while we're here, I'll take this time to do the little call to action. So, of course, thank you so much for watching. We are right up against 600 subscribers. So if you could give us a subscribe and maybe a thumbs up on the video, we would greatly appreciate it. We have live shows multiple days a week, not just hoops. We're talking NFL on Tuesdays. We got some fantasy talk on Wednesdays and Fridays. We got Sportsbook Junkies. And as well as James been talking Titans lately, and I'm due a Colts video. So
yeah, you are. The Titans are doing exactly what they're supposed to: competitive and lose. We need a new left tackle. Let's get him.
Exactly. See, that was.
We need him.
Yep. Exactly what I wanted from the Pacers last year. It's like, y'all just be really competitive for 3 quarters and then just fizzle.
Then they were just like 500. And that's like purgatory, man. I don't want to be in purgatory. Hate it.
Exactly. Not everyone gets out of that quickly. A lot of times you stay there for a long time. And Pelicans Lakers game starting to heat up a bit, by the way, as we go into the first quarter. Pelicans are about to be up 3 after did they miss that layup? Wow. Good defense or maybe a foul against Anthony Davis. And now this is really broken down. The final 30 seconds got very sloppy. Wild game. 1-point game right now. 30-29 New Orleans. Jose, Ime and LeBron getting chippy last week was good stuff. Hoping to see them face off.
That was
yes.
That was fun. And I don't know, what are your thoughts on it? Obviously, we made it 3 minutes, so F it. Ime essentially told LeBron to stop being a bitch.
Yeah, and LeBron,
And then got
if
thrown out for it.
yeah, he gets thrown out for it. LeBron, I think, tells him if the closed captioning I've seen is to be believed, it looks like he tells him don't use that word so loosely. And then Ime's kind of just, so what are you gonna do? Kind of, I mean, classic. Uh it was kind of
Yeah.
the guy Ime was on the court too. He was I wouldn't even call him a 3-and-D guy. I don't think he was a great shooter.
Mhm.
He was just a defensive specialist who
Yeah,
most of those
get under your
guys,
skin type stuff.
yeah, exactly, can get under your skin. I I am maybe a little more old school, so it's not as easy to offend me. So if you called me a bitch on the court back in my playing days, I just give you a couple head nods or something, and I'd be filing it away, and I'd be using it for the next 20 minutes or whatever. But I grew up idolizing Larry Bird and Reggie Miller, James. So trash talk
Yeah,
was a
some
known
of the
and
biggest trash talkers in the history of the game.
yeah, it was a known part of it. Not only did I know it was a part of the game, but I truly believed it was something. You might be more athletic than me, but you'll never beat me in the mental game, not if
Mhm.
I can help it. So
Yep.
I saw that and thought an ejection's a little much. I was laughing at LeBron saying you shouldn't use that word so loosely. That feels very 2023.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's like,
like
what
LeBron's
the it's just so
standing up for
weird,
the
like
honor of women in the middle of a basketball argument. Like you shouldn't say bit. You know what I mean? Like if
yeah,
you shouldn't say
and it's
bitch.
not like that. Yeah, it's the whole thing. It was so I was so the whole thing was weird, and I don't think he should have been thrown out for it. I find that kind of odd that he got tossed,
Yeah, I
but
I
what do you do?
agree. Wouldn't have tossed him for that. The whole thing I think is very funny though, and I agree with Jose's take about that being a potential playoff, or even if it's just a play-in
Be fun,
game or
yeah.
something.
Little
It'd be a
chippy.
lot
It'll
of
be a little
fun
bit.
because we've got that chippiness, and we've still got Dylan the villain over there. Self-proclaimed.
Oh
I want
yeah,
to
the
add,
villain, baby.
but few people that don't like each other in that matchup. So, and then you've got sort of the young upstarts with the Rockets, another team that is ahead of schedule in a lot of people's opinions versus
Yep.
a Lakers team. The old guard with LeBron and poor AD. You can tell those years in LA have done their time. He looks
Yeah,
he looks
they've made him a little
45.
old.
Poor guy.
Oh God, we got another Wolves in here. Good Lord, when did this become a Wolves show? Good
I love
Lord,
it. Let's go. Let's go
God,
mid-market, Midwestern squads,
at
baby.
least
I'm
three
all about
Wolves.
it.
Yeah, God, when did this happen? Got three of them. God,
Oh,
sick.
you guys are going to be great come playoff time. If there's a Nuggets Wolves series, you guys might want to just
Oh my,
catch the
it'll be
replays.
brutal. Oh yeah, Joe. Oh yeah, he's a real one. He's like John. He's been a Wolves fan since he was in diapers.
That's
Just
legit. Yeah,
disgusting.
there are no
He's a
there's no
KG
fake
fan.
Wolves.
He didn't just become a Wolves fan. Like he didn't just be like, "Oh wow, that's cool. I don't like that crap franchise."
He's been through it. Been through all the hard. Been through
Yeah,
the
they've been them Wolves fans have been through it. They know.
to any Wolves fan
See,
that
they look at
stayed
this
through.
like
Yeah.
the beacon's out right now. The Wolves beacon's out in the Midwest, calling them in, bringing them to the
Yeah,
show.
what's your guys' light the beam thing? What's your version of that?
Yeah. See, here you go. Since the Latrell
Since
Sprewell days.
the
That's how you
trail
know.
days, let's
That's how
go.
you
I
know.
was just about to
Man,
say
that's how you
anybody who
know.
survived the Joe Smith era, that's a true T Wolves
Oh
fan,
yes.
right? Man, that son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
that's
I'm angry for you guys.
I agree. This whole situation, man, it hurts you guys bad. You're down bad. I will give them credit. They have some of the best throwback logos ever.
Oh,
Their
those
90s throwbacks.
those jerseys that had like the green timbers, it was like black with the green
Yeah,
triangles.
dude.
Oh my
So
god.
dope.
Hey, what up, Evan? All right, go Pacers, baby. We love that.
Yeah, I got to just got to live with the Pacers love tonight. They deserve it. They've earned it.
The
Give
once
credit where credit is due.
The once a decade we get it.
Exactly.
And we even
After
had
this, it's
Reggie on
probably
the
just gonna
call.
go. Yeah, I saw. Did you see the picture of Reggie and Halliburton pregame? It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, this was
That was
peak
cool.
Pacer for me because you've got Reggie. It's about 10 years since he said, announced that we've got a superstar in the making with Paul George. And so for him
Yep.
to be there, this is essentially Tyrese Halliburton's kind of coming out party to the world,
Yep.
where everybody's going to pay attention to him now. So to have Reggie there, to also drop a "Mama, there goes that man," a little
Yep.
Mark Jackson reference. So like this was a night for Pacers fans.
Yeah. Huh.
This might be the peak of our NBA season. Well, the championship will be the peak. When we win this damn IST. God, that name sucks. Chat, if you guys have good names
What a bad.
for what
so
we can
dumb.
call this thing, we're beyond the fact we admit that we lost. That it was a good idea. We were wrong. In-season tournament fucking slaps.
Yeah,
It's great. But we
it's
need a better
awesome. We're
name for this. Better name and
Stupido.
better courts for next year. We
Yep.
got to lock this in.
Mhm. Gotta get it figured out. Yeah, El
IST. Get
Stupido,
the fuck
that's
out of
me.
here. This is the NIT. Come on.
I mean, it sounds like the NIT, like it's some
Right.
bullshit tournament that nobody's supposed to get. The trophy didn't look great either. I will say that. Dame was
That I
Dame
don't
can't
hate
put
as
the trophy
much.
play.
I feel like you
Trophy
can't make the
doesn't matter,
trophy too
honestly.
good, right? Because like it can't look cooler than the NBA Finals trophy. At least you're kind of
Yep.
like it's skating on thin ice with the trophy. So I don't. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it's all. It looks like something you could order off Amazon, but I don't hate that as much.
Yes, I agree.
I just can't wait for that Pacers banner. Is that going to be a meme? You gonna get people gonna get made fun of if teams get made fun of if they hang an in-season tournament banner?
I think, man, you
Right?
probably do, don't you? You probably
I
do,
think
right?
I think you do by the big. I think it's a low-hanging fruit when you get in a Twitter fight with somebody, they're gonna just boom. Maybe this is just me being a Colts fan, because we get that one a lot. I can't remember what stupid banner. The Colts have a really dumb banner that they get made fun of for a lot. So anytime they do anything,
they
it's
do.
a
Well, it's always the
Photoshop
meme.
edit
It's-
of that banner, and so I'm like, shit,
Most
man.
recently, it's beat the Titans twice. Like it's always something dumb. Yeah.
Mhm. I'm a little nervous about that. The Pelicans might be getting nervous here as the Lakers have extended it to a 5-point lead. 9 minutes left in the second quarter.
Oh, I am way behind. That makes
Are
sense.
you, or am I even live? Let me make sure.
No, you're
Yeah,
live. I was in
okay.
the first quarter. I'm like, this isn't look right. There it is. Yeah, I was like, what the f?
Yeah, see, Evan says it'll be like the Colts banners yet.
Yeah.
Same thing as the bubble championship of
the bubble
2020.
championship,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, dude. Yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of a double-edged sword for fans because you want to be able to celebrate it, but you won't be able to. You can't be too proud about it, or it'll just be like, "Oh, cool,
Yep.
you guys won the preseason tournament. Good job."
Oh, I got too many things. There's sounds on my computer. What's going on? What started? What is happening?
I got an ad auto playing.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? There's things going on. I'm not I
Oh,
promise you,
wow.
computer, I didn't click on that.
Lakers, man. It was just essentially somehow it got to be about 1-on-5 for that offensive. The Pelicans still somehow come away with the offensive rebound. There's just a lack of effort. I wonder if we're going to see that.
Stunning. Lack of effort. Stunning.
Right. I wonder, is that going to be the difference again tonight? Is that the Pelicans are going to be the younger team wanting some, this is a perfect example. Like Lakers fans, are they really going to care about winning an in-season tournament where they got 17?
I don't think the Lakers fans will. I agree with that. I don't think they will.
As much as I would want
Would they
it to be.
Would they put up a banner?
Right. I don't think they would.
No, I don't
If
think
the
so
Clippers won it, they would go up there, though. That'd be the most little
Clippers
brother
gotta get
thing of all
something
time.
100%.
No, I think
in-season tournament just awful.
I would love it to be Pacers Lakers just because national narrative, the Lakers will be recognized as a better team by most most
Yeah,
of the major
100%.
sports networks and all that, and they're a bigger brand, and it's LeBron, and so that's just more. It's a more impressive feather for the Pacers cap, but logistically, taking that step back, just like what's best for the league, it might not do the same numbers on this first one if it's Pelicans Pacers, but I genuinely think that's one of the best case scenarios for the NBA, because like we talked about earlier, teams like the Pacers, the Pelicans, the Wolves, the Thunder, that's who I feel like this tournament was meant for. You know, some of those teams might not quite be in that top tier of title contenders, but it's something for them to play for, to have meaningful basketball games together, to have that playoff atmosphere, and to get that national exposure. So I don't know. What do you think about that, James? Would it be better for the NBA tonight for the Lakers to win or for the Pelicans to win, for us to have two smaller market, younger teams, or do we need that? Do we need Walmart to be
The
in
NBA? The NBA wants Walmart in it for sure. The NBA wants Walmart. I think it'd be cooler to see two younger ones, but the NBA absolutely 100% wants Walmart for sure. No questions asked. That's who they want.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
It'd be a lot cooler to give me the two young teams. I'm all about that.
But if you want to give us the Pelicans, we'll take it. So I'm looking at this. I don't know how many exact minutes are left because, of course, it hit a commercial. So I think we'll probably keep the stream going through the first half, or that'll be, if
Probably
we're still
about
going
right,
at that point, that'll probably be when we wrap it up. But anything going on in the Thursday night football game? Are they back from halftime yet?
Let's see. Let's see if they are back. It just says they are back. It is Pittsburgh ball, 14 minutes, just started the third quarter still, so it's still 21-10.
Very nice. We'll keep that.
That was a run, but not your boy Jalen Warren. That's Najee Harris for 7 yards.
I wish I had more clip. Most of my bookmarks for the episode this week are audio clips, like Lucas saying we can't just fuck around on TV and then saying shit, my bad.
That's so, oh my God. That one was so comical. Like, oh man.
And what was the stat that he had?
Good.
He had the most cool stat, bro, of all time. It was, what did he get, like a 25-point triple-double in the first half or something like that? And
26-point triple-double in the second quarter, yeah.
Yeah, which he was, I don't know, the first player since Oscar Robertson, or I don't remember, but it was something just like no one's done this one before.
It was Headband Luka, wasn't it?
Yeah, Headband Luka, that's right.
Headband Luka. Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, just some insane shit going on there. Let me see what else we have while we wait for this game to get started. Oh, speaking of our Rockets, now these numbers are old because this is a tweet I saved 4 days ago, but the Rockets at home this season, 8-1. Again, this might have changed by a game or two, and on the road, 0-8. So
they're the Golden State Warriors.
Yep, the Rockets are this year's Golden State Warriors, but not the good kind like you want.
No.
Not really a surprise there, though, is it, James?
Not a surprise at all.
Maybe
Very
knock on Ime Udoka, though. You know, maybe do a little less shit talking at home and a little more, a little more coaching on those road trips, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lee was betting the under tonight. It looks like. He says football has already lost. He's lost interest in football because it went over in the first half. That's a ballsy move, Lee, to bet that low of an under.
Oh, that is fair, Lee. There was a time when that Bucks Pacers game got a little tighter. I was like, man, if this goes that other way, we might have a 20-minute stream tonight because I don't know that I'm going to have the energy.
You'll be upset and sad,
especially with that snoozer of a Thursday game. Let's see. It looks like speaking of the game, it's finally about to be coming back up. So let's see what we're working with. I mean, it takes forever. That guy. That's cool. They're working some more drone angles into the NBA games now, too. We got 7.5 minutes in the second quarter, so we may not even make all the way to the end. But, yeah, 44-38 now. Anthony Davis checks back into the game. So it's starting to look, we've been talking back and forth. I haven't gotten in a good flow of what's going on offensively for New Orleans, but it does start to look like the Lakers are starting to pull away a little bit here. But I fully expect there to be another fourth quarter run. I hate to use this word, especially now with Twitter. Everybody, you make that script joke, people think you're being genuine. But I think, pardon my phrasing, but I think we saw the script for this game earlier with the Bucks and Pacers. I wouldn't be surprised, although it's a little bit different already in a sense that the Lakers have the lead. As you said before, the Pacers were doing a little better in the first half. But I think we're going to see a flurry from the Pelicans as this thing gets closer to the end. But wow, that shot, I mean, it's not LeBron James, man, at this age can still just kind of ramrod and muscle his way into the paint, bounce off you and shoot a fadeaway. He's 6 of 8 right now, 16 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, and made the free throw. So now it is back to an 8-point game. Looks like the NBA might be getting their wish, James.
Just bully ball. Yeah, it's not over. Got a long ways to go, but yeah, it's.
Oh, and he just drew a charge.
What's up?
LeBron just drew a charge. Oh, I got to see this.
I think that's his second one this game. I think he got one on Zion earlier too.
Oh, I hate that call. The ball. I don't know who the charge was called on, but the ball left his hands well before he made any contact with LeBron.
Yeah. And
LeBron flops, and they get I hate that call. I mean,
yeah, that stuff's
just
tough.
in general. I get it. You get the superstar whistle, but I hate that stuff. And it was such a good play because they swung it and they made one more pass, and I think Alvarado was wide open at the top of the key. So, they got the look that they wanted. And then, of course, CJ McCollum with the 2-dribble fadeaway jumper. That's not your best look. Ooh. And then the 3 from D'Lo. Yep. 11-point lead now, James. So, I think things
they might be getting their wish.
Might be pulling away, but is there anything else that you've got? We're closing in on the hour mark. Oh, I had told you previously before the show we were going to do a little bit of a lighter episode since James and I have been burning the midnight oil. But guys, so now would be a time if you have any more questions or comments for us in the chat, definitely fire away, get them in. But James, is there anything on the agenda for you that you wanted to talk about?
Nope. It just actually dawned on me. I forgot the Game Awards were not. There's all kinds of nerd news out right now.
Oh my God!
It's not this show though. Not this show.
Now we've got dweeb homework too. My goodness.
Yeah,
dude.
there's dweeb homework. Yep.
Never a dull moment for us baldies, but well. With that in mind, James, I think we can bid our farewell. I definitely want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in. And James, we'll start with you. Where can the folks find you when you aren't talking hoops with us here?
You can catch me every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. with you, John, hopping in and out sometimes on Han Shot First, talking Star Wars. You can also catch me once every week or two here talking Titans on Bite Size Titans. And then we also do some preview reviews of movie trailers, video game trailers on our sister station Dweeb as well, randomly. So if you like that kind of content, come on over, like, subscribe. Same here. Thank you guys. There was a lot of people in and out of here tonight. We appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. So much. Love hanging out with you guys. Thank you for being here. You can find me at all those times that James has already mentioned, but also on Tuesdays and Sunday nights on the Clout Route with Danny for 2 hours a night, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern, Tuesdays and Sundays. And, of course, I talk about the Colts as well here on Bite Size Sports and cover the games. We do live game commentary for Horseshoe Pride over on the Pro Sports Fan app. And speaking of live commentary, this championship game, depending on when it is released, I would love to stream it. When I do that, I may do that over on our Playback TV channel. If the internet, if everything holds up, I'll try to simulcast. So regardless of what you have, you can watch that game with us. But as we get closer to the NFL playoffs, and once we get into the NBA playoffs, which is a long time away, we're going to be doing more game streams. I'll be doing some fight companions over on Carnage Media, one of our other partner networks, which that was the last podcast that I haven't pitched yet. Monday nights, 8 p.m., Carnage Unleashed. Check us out. We actually have a special live event this Saturday starting at 2 p.m. We're going to have lots of items to give away. Bite Size Sports is going to be giving away some stuff. Carnage is giving it away, some apparel. And UFC fighter Dylan Budka will be on site with us. He's going to be autographing some of his gear, going to be auctioning that off. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to try to raise a little money. We're going to try to give some things away to all of you wonderful folks around Christmas time. So go check us out Saturday at 2 is what I meant to say, on Carnage Media. We'll probably also be streaming that stuff here on Bite Size Sports as well. So you won't want to miss it. We're going to do a lot of stuff. It's going to be about a 6-hour stream. So have no fear. You can just come in at any time and say hi on Saturdays. But that is it. I was going to try to stretch all the way to an hour, James, but I just can't. I can't pitch.
We're close.
4 more minutes. So how about this? We are actually
it ain't that long.
We will bid you all adieu tonight by showing you an ad from one of our newest partners, Dubby Energy. So 10% off any order. Don't forget also, if you want to play some Underdog Fantasy, use code Bite Size Sports to have a match on your first deposit, anything up to $100. But James, thank you so much for being here with me tonight, and thank all of you for tuning in. And we will see you all next time
on the other side, baby.
Sports.
Are you looking for an energy boost without the jitters? Let our friends at Dubby Energy help you with their fantastic selection of flavors. Just visit www.dubby.gg and use the code BITESIZESPORTS at checkout for 10% off your order total. Again, that is www.dubby.gg. Code BITESIZESPORTS.